I am going to be starting something new. The project that I am currently working on is my serial series called When We Were Legends. That's just like the working title. I don't know if that'll actually be the title, but basically a retired adventurer must take up her weapon once again in order to uncover the truth about her daughter's destiny. I'm really excited about this idea as a mom of two myself, and kind of anyway, as I was saying before I got interrupted by my 4-year-old, I am a mom of two, and I think it's really fun to explore motherhood in a fantasy setting. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Hi friend, it's been a couple days. I just plotted out my goals, my writing goals in my Notion. So this is what it's looking like. I've got a timeline view broken down by quarter. I can look at the calendar and have everything plotted out. Table view, super simple. Board view, where I'm at with everything. This is a game changer. Can I actually write 4 books in a year? 2 of the projects that I have on this list to work on, I'm going to basically roll a dice and see which one is going to be my NaNoWriMo project. It gets a little iffy towards the end of the year. I probably will have to adjust that goal, but I think it's worth it because one of my goals is to get Spell Runner, which was my NaNoWriMo project, query ready by the end of the year. I would like to at least try traditional publishing. That's kind of going to take priority over the other 2 projects. Spell Runner and When We Were Legends are kind of going to take priority, at least at the beginning of this year, and then we'll kind of see where we are in the middle of the year. But I'm really excited that I have a plan and I know what I need to do. So like super simple, like I even know how many words my serial series needs to be, which I didn't know before this morning. So overall, very productive day on the writing front so far. Hello from my sunroom. You guys are probably going to be seeing a lot of this room. And this is where I've been like writing for the most part. So it is 7 o'clock on February 4th, Saturday. I just put the kids down for the night and my husband is working late, so I'm going to do some writing. Normally I don't write in the evenings because I'm a terrible nighttime writer. So yeah, I am going to read a little bit. I'm currently reading Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. It is the first in a series called the Regency Fairy Tales. It's pretty good so far, but just to give you a little sneak peek into like what my writing routine is shaping up to look like, at least in the mornings, which you'll see in a vlog real soon, I'm sure. But basically I get up and I read for 25 minutes and then I write until the kids get up, basically. I'm gonna try that. It seems to be working pretty well. The reading first thing. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to read for 25 minutes and then dive into story work. I read for actually about an hour because I was like in the middle of the chapter and didn't want to just like stop, even though there was a scene break. So I just finished that chapter that I was reading. Now I'm tired. It's 8 o'clock. This is why I don't write at night. Usually by now I am in bed. But I made a note about one idea for a plot point that I had thought of today. And right now I'm kind of working on setting up like a lore document. I love the characters in this story. This is like the most I've like ever loved characters that I've created. Probably because they have such rich backstories in my head already. Basically, the story involves a group of retired adventurers. They have since retired and their party has gone their separate ways. They are gathering together for the first birthday of one of the characters' children, daughter. So that's kind of like where the story is starting, and I love them so much. It's so fun to like not only write characters who have like interwoven history and to like know all that up front. Like I feel like I have so much to work with because I know all this stuff. I have never really focused a lot on characters with writing, and I feel like this is something that every new writer has to learn, is that every story is a character story. Your story is nothing without good characters. That's the tea. I love these idiots that are in my head. They all have these like, you know, because they've spent time, you know, adventuring and killing monsters and, you know, all that fun adventure and fantasy stuff. But it's really fun to explore like that side of like adulthood also. I think there's like a meme that's been going around that's like every fantasy is like you know, the adventurer like doesn't have any eyes, because like that's really like what allows them to be able to go on this adventure. So I'm really looking forward to exploring like what happens when you do have those ties, like when you do have like a child. Like as a mom myself, like seeing motherhood reflected in like a fantasy setting is just so cool, like, and not in like a traumatizing way. That's all I have to say pretty much. So I've been really focusing on character development. All that to say that I'm going to create a lore document that is going to have basically like a 1-page synopsis of the backstory for each of the characters, like how they met, like what they're doing when the story starts. Yeah, this is a really fun dynamic to play with. I don't think I'm gonna write from other POVs. Some of the plot points that I've come up with kind of like open up the door for me to kind of play with different points of view, and I think that's something that's fun about writing a serial series, is that like if I want to write an episode where it's just like 3,000 words from the point of view of another character, I can do that because it's a serial series. Anyways, I haven't even started writing it yet, and I am so excited.
So when you're leaving tomorrow, just give me something to hold on to from you. And I'm your genie in a bottle, and I know that you hold